Education for Edo State don talk plans wey they want to make education matter for the state secondary schools dey solid for the 2022 and 2023 academic session. The Commissioner for Education, Ms. Johanna Salviawe, tell tori pipo dis one for Benin City for the press briefing wey dem do with members and management team for the Ministry of Education plus tori pipo. She tok say the government dey focus on how to make the education sector dey successful.
Our basic education subsector during the Edo Basic Education Sector Transformation, Edo BEST, the state government through the Ministry of Education has been compelled to take decisive action under the Edo BEST 2.0 reform framework to address concerns with senior secondary education. Our reform in the senior secondary subsector is intended to have an impact on students' learning as well as on school administration in three key areas: academics, co-curricular activities, and school management. Under academics, we want to ensure that students are prepared to meet performance expectations in a constantly changing workplace and remain relevant. We have reimagined academic activities to reflect the following. 60% of our school timetable is now dedicated to activities for teaching, learning, and instructional time. 24% of our school timetable addresses co-curricular activities, while 16% of our school timetable are for brain-stimulating activities for students. We have designed our school calendar to cover the full academic year. So whatever is going to happen April next year, April 2023, as of August 5th, 2022, we already know. And therefore, everybody in our non-tertiary education subsector are expected to follow this harmonized calendar. The school timetable will also ensure that all our students, no matter where they are attending school, whether in Oredo, in Benin City, Oredo, or at Ikakumo in Akoko Edo, or in Ajoki riverine area in Ikobaoka, and anywhere, whether rural or remote, semi-urban, they are learning the same content. Now, in order to bring back the culture of reading, we are going to be rolling out a new campaign or program initiative called Every Classroom a Library. Every classroom a library. While we are waiting to have libraries in all the 18 local government areas, in line with the ongoing reform of the library, Edo State Library Board, in the interim, we plan to have mini libraries in each classroom, and the students will serve as librarians in their classroom library, check out the books, bring them back, and so on and so forth. In addition, particularly, well, for all levels of all tiers of learning or education in our state, we are now effectively implementing what is called a learner-centered pedagogy. Learner-centered pedagogy, which means it's no longer that the teacher stands in front of the class and just talk, and then the students are supposed to take note. No. Learner-centered pedagogy means there is interaction between the teacher and the students, there is interaction between the students and the teachers, and then there is interaction between the students and their fellow students.
Now time for the presentation of the academic calendar, uniform scheme of work, guideline of classroom, library, uniform timetable by the educational resource.
what we have been doing in the department. Now, as EDU.mp4 policy, you came with policy that as a department, we said we must fulfill it. This is the harmonized academic calendar for 2020-2023 session. A lot of innovation we added now. Before now, our children in public school, we are not attending excursion. But in this calendar, there is room for excursion, there is room for prize giving day, there is room for graduation. We see in private schools, their children are always organizing graduation. But the Honorable Commissioner insisted that our public school students must be graduating. We have all the activities for our primary 6 and vested exam, they are included in this calendar. Now, on behalf of my department, Education Resource Center, we present to you the school calendar. On behalf of the department, we present to you the harmonized academic calendar. Okay? We present to you back to school list. On behalf of the department, we present to you the uniform scheme of work. This is the guideline for every classroom, library in the school in Edo State. On behalf of my department, I present to you the guideline for every classroom, library. Doing the same thing. A uniform timetable have been prepared by the department. We present to you from SS1 to SS3, upper basic and lower basic, ECCD, to the Honorable Commissioner for Education. The technical school timetable.
Commissioner say government they concentrate their efforts to senior secondary school to make them better, and this can make the governor give SUBEB approval to employ 3,000 teachers to train them first for digital learning skills, and say the training will happen for this August.
Yeah, the governor graciously gave approval for SUBEB to employ 3,000 teachers. At the senior secondary level, I expect by Tuesday next week to receive from the committee that has been working on the recruitment for senior secondary teachers. I expect to receive the list of the first 1,000 teachers that have been shortlisted. So for the first phase of the recruitment for senior secondary school teachers, 1,000 teachers. The ministry has now taken it upon itself to produce a very comprehensive back to school list. And we are releasing it early enough so that parents, well-intentioned philanthropists out there can start working towards providing these amenities, back to school basics for our students.
Best stakeholders where they donate books to all the secondary school students for public schools, make them follow the ministry academic calendar, sake of to know what they will bring for them, and they will post them for their website. Joyce Aloha for Oberland TV.